the urban politicians to drop. And today I want to touch on Richard Sherman being released by the Seattle Seahawks. For those who don't know, Richard Sherman he's one of the most impactful defensive players in the game today. Really had that run like 3 years ago with the Seahawks, and they had the LOB, the Legion of Boom. A lot of them been leaving the LOB, that core team that got to the Super Bowl and beat the, well, I forgot what year it was, but they got to the Super Bowl and they beat Denver Broncos with Percy Harvin and Russell Wilson and Marshawn Lynch, and the whole defensive squad, all put in work. Offensive side, they put in work. They all gelled together as a whole, the entire team. And before that, they were winning games too, and also making playoff runs. Since Pete Carroll's been there, he's been a pretty instant impact for Seattle Seahawks. And they've been able to get these corners and linebackers and doing a good job recruiting in the system of their defense. But recently they just announced Richard Sherman is being released. I haven't read any of the details yet, or they haven't came out all the way yet. But I just like, man, I'll touch in on it before the details even 100% release or come out of exactly why he left. I'm gonna give my educated guess, my opinion, hypothesis, whatever you want to call it. They're not seeing eye to eye. He's not seeing eye to eye with the coaching staff or the GM or the front offices, things of that nature. He's spoken out on certain little things in the media. He's a very outspoken person. That's how he kind of got popular. Also, you know, ton of other players he was playing against. The famous mediocre line that he used on Crabtree one year, mediocre receivers, and he went in the camera saying LOB and this and this and that. And but overall, Richard Sherman is a great player. He hustles hard, he works hard, he is shape. And one thing is, with that NFL, man, I noticed on any team you own, if you performing at a 10 and nobody catching nothing on you, the minute somebody catch something on you, it's a direct knock on your image. That's from a fan base. The fan base is like that. It's a real finicky fan base with the NFL. You can shut down 10 passes and deflect 10 passes, make 20 tackles. But that second anybody catch a touchdown on you, they gonna hold it against you. And I think that with Seattle, man, they gotta look internally on a lot of things, man. And you know, releasing Richard Sherman, he our last little staple on the defensive side with the big name. I mean, y'all still got great players on defense, but y'all started releasing the big names of the cities. Like, damn, y'all just gonna dismantle 100%. And I look at that like, damn, with them getting rid of Marshawn Lynch and stuff like that, it's like, damn, y'all just getting rid of everybody from that era now. I think that it is one of those strongholds in that camp to where if you're too outspoken on that team or too direct and demanding, it will hurt you in the long run, just like it hurt Marshawn Lynch. In this case, he wasn't outspoken. He wasn't spoken at all. And I'm going to get into that about how the Seattle Seahawks was able to keep him on the bench in the end of the game, or not utilize him at the end of the game in the Super Bowl they lost to the Patriots. Now, that to me was clearly a failed attempt to prove a player wrong. When you get on the field, the best player is supposed to be on the field. The player with the most momentum is supposed to have the ball. The player that's making the most tackles, the player that's hustling the hardest. I don't give a fuck what he's doing in the media. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? I guarantee you there's a 80% chance that if they ran that ball with Marshawn Lynch, they'd have another Super Bowl ring, and Marshawn Lynch would still be there. Y'all didn't want to give him the ball. The dude that had 20 runs that game and had only had no losses on any runs, on any attempts. He had a no gain on 1 out of the 20. So every time he ran the ball, he gained at least a yard. Y'all were a couple yards out of the end zone. Why in the fuck would you not run the ball? And it's not even on 4th down. And I don't understand it. Y'all go for the throw, y'all lose the game. So Seattle, everybody can see that y'all have internal issues. I don't give a fuck what y'all gotta say. We'll see what Richard Sherman goes, man. Hey, sorry I'll be looking outside too when I'm doing little videos, y'all. I be having motherfuckers pull up by the crib looking weird and shit. So all of the motherfucking business. But shout out to Richard Sherman, man. Hopefully he lands somewhere safe. This is not the first time we've seen the teams do not get the cornerbacks to the respect they deserve. Because if y'all look back, after Josh Norman had that incredible fucking season in Carolina, they let Josh Norman go to fucking Redskins. I can't understand it. It's like, where's the disconnect in this cornerback position that's very much needed to win a Super Bowl? Every team that's won a Super Bowl, probably the last team that didn't have a dominating cornerback force, well, they were decent, but they weren't just dominating or just making big plays to win a Super Bowl, was fucking the Colts, when the Colts won that Super Bowl. That was it. Ever since then, you've had to have that core defense or that outspoken person on defense or that motherfuckers gonna get after the wide receivers to win the game, man. So I don't understand why they got rid of Richard Sherman. I think he's still a great player. We'll get into it. I think it's just more him being outspoken and him tired of probably being shackled there, or sometimes relationships just go sour, man. We'll see when all the results come out.